This has been a crazy week. Superman leaks everywhere. New suit, new villain, leaked story and post-credits, and more. Wanna know all that came up these days? Stay tuned with me to the end. Hello there, Silver Screen Geeks. Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been away for a while, but my wife is expecting our baby, so I have been very busy these days. But this week, so much came out that I couldn't let this pass by. James Gunn is shooting Superman in Cleveland, and of course someone will take some photos. For starters, we have Superman and Mr. Terrific suit. To be frank, I'd like to speak about Mr. Terrific first. His suit looks amazing. He is straight out from a comic book. His suit is likely. It's just a leather jacket and leather pants with his face covered with the classic T. I think it's very good actually, and probably cheaper than Superman's suit. I didn't expect Superman to be tagging along with Mr. Terrific. I thought he would be just an Easter egg in the movie, like a few seconds, but it seems Mr. Terrific will play the role of a sidekick for Superman in this movie, or maybe a counterpart like Batman is in this Justice League animation. But back to the suits, let's talk about Superman. Man, I can't say how frustrated I am that this is Superman's suit. It's baggy and loose and its material looks like a stuffed toy. Some people say it will be fixed in post-production just like Black Panther. But dudes, do you really remember what Black Panther's suit looked like in the end of the movie? Is that what you want for Superman? Of course, in Black Panther you can see some set photos of stunt doubles wearing very loose suits. But they're stunt doubles. They had to have loose suits because they were going to do action scenes. Meanwhile, Chadwick Boseman also used some of those loose suits, but he also had one tire suit so that it could be shot without special effects, without VFX. What leads us back to Superman? You can say, yeah, it's okay, the suit's loose because it will be fixed in post. He is doing action scenes. But as you can see, it's not action scenes. He's actually just strolling around with Mr. Terrific, looking up to a statue or something at a court or city hall. And there is a particular scene that it seems like he is saving a cat from a tree. Yes, he's saving a cat from a tree, just like Christopher Reeve's Superman. So clearly they're not action scenes, they are standing scenes. And the suit is still loose, it doesn't look good. If you have to fix every single frame on VFX, it will cost a fortune and this movie will not be able to make profit. So let's see here Henry Cavill's suit as Superman in Man of Steel. You can see his suit is way tighter on the body, so the correction in VFX had to be very little, which means saving money. You can also see they went for the classic colors approach. A brighter blue, brighter red, brighter yellow. So saving cats was not the only reference to Christopher Reeve's Superman. They also choose to go with a bright red trunks over trousers, held by a very bright yellow belt. This shows yet again the inspiration for Superman's look is Christopher Reeve's Superman from Superman 1978. So in the end, I didn't like his suit because it's loose, it seems baggy and makes him even look fatter. Not to mention, it completely hides the actor's shape. He trained very hard to become Superman, and then James Gunn chooses to literally hide his muscles beneath a ton of stuffed toy suit. But what do you think? Tell me in the comments down below. Did you like Superman's suit? Another leaked material was a Daily Planet newspaper hanging on the wall with a first page piece written by Clark Kent, in which he compliments Superman's heroism and bravery. Well, I think that's a little unethical from Clark to use these words or to even accept making this piece. Maybe the movie will put him in a situation where either he does the piece or he's fired. Maybe it's a possibility. But you tell me, what would you do if you were Clark Kent? And next is probably the biggest leak of the week. Rick Flag Sr. and the engineer are probably leading what seems to be a US Army team that's arresting Superman. Among them is a mysterious figure covered in black suit, full body and mask. This figure stands out because he is as strong and as tall as Superman, and he is taking him by force. It seems, by the shot, that this stranger is as strong as Superman. On his suit is a very big silver U, so the fans immediately refer to him as Ultraman because this is a character that's as strong as Superman and a known Superman villain. Personally, I don't have any problem with that character being Ultraman. But if you look to DC's history, you'll notice that a very vocal part of their fans demand comic accuracy. And if you check Ultraman in the comics, it's nothing like that one. Comics Ultraman is an evil Superman from a different universe. This character has showed up in some animations of the DC animated universe, but he always kept that characteristic. He was an evil Superman from a different dimension, leader of what's called the crime syndicate. What keeps me thinking, is this really Ultraman? Maybe not. Maybe this is another character that nobody expects. Some people have speculated that this character might be Ulysses. He is a human sent to a different dimension in which he got superpowers, almost the same as Superman. He was called the last son of Earth, as Superman is called the last son of Krypton, because he believed his dimension had been destroyed. But he has a whole story arc of his own, and I don't think it fits the Superman movie. James Gunn said himself the main villain of the movie would be Lex Luthor, and Ulysses has no connection at all to Luthor. Even if you keep him close to Lex Luthor, it doesn't make sense he is working for the military. So I did Superman stories, trying to find out what villain could this be if not Ultraman. And I found this one. This, believe it or not, is General Zod. But it would be too much like Man of Steel if Zod made the military capture Superman for himself. So I believe this one too is a pass. So I came up with a theory. And looks like it was not only me, because many people start saying on the internet the very same thing, which means it's probably the right one. Before I post this video, the channel Our Movie News had already uploaded a video talking the very same theory. So I will credit him as the author of this one, but I believe it is a collective understanding based on what we have seen on set. We came up with this theory because the U on the uniform is the same as the U on Ultraman's uniform, so it's probably very likely to be called Ultraman. The fact that he's covering his face and that he has about the same height and body build as Superman might mean he is actually a clone from Superman that's actually committing crimes and framing Superman for them. And Lex Luthor would be the one who had created him, for the purpose of tarnishing Superman's public perception, because Superman was gathering heroes around him and making them act like him, and not supporting heroes that killed because that was convenient for Lex. But in the end, the fast decay of the clone would make him turn against Lex, and he would become something like Bizarro, a decayed Superman, and Superman would beat him and show to the world that Lex was the one responsible for the crimes committed by his clone. After the battle, Clark Kent would tell Lois Lane that he is Superman, and in the post-credit scene, Supergirl would show up. To me this sounds like a very interesting story, but we have to go back to the point I said, we have to worry about DC fans. Some of them are very vocal about comic accuracy, and this is anything but comic accurate. That's because this character would be the mix of 3 to 4 villains of Superman. To begin with, Ultraman, that in the comics is from another dimension. The second would be Bizarro, also from another dimension. The third would be Doomsday. Doomsday arrives on Earth with a suit just like that one, but green, but the goggles are the same. And last, it would be Superboy from Reign of Superman. He is a clone of Superman mixed with Lex Luthor's DNA. So if that's actually the story, can James Gunn overcome the criticism of DC fans by making a story so good that they won't even care if it's comic accurate or not? Let's wait and see! And that's all I wanted to talk today. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Click on any of the movies on your screen right now, and thank you for staying to the end. I hope all good comes to your life, and see you next time!